Hey guys, it's Monday night. I am not going to read anything tonight because I want to get a couple of days of journaling under my belt before I move on in the book. But I wanted to pop on here really fast and just let you know that I'm getting ready to journal right now. I'm actually going to use my laptop tonight because my wrist started hurting when I journaled the first night. And yeah, I'm going to pop back on here when I'm done and let you know how it goes. All right, so I just finished my second night of JournalSpeak, and I didn't read any of the book today because the next chapter is about like evolving or getting better at JournalSpeak. And I thought it would be good to have a couple of days of just trying it out and trying some different things and seeing how it feels. I'm finding that the journaling part I really like. So tonight, I don't mind sharing that I wrote about my kids and parenting and some of the ups and downs, I guess, of being, especially of being home with them, and my feelings tied to guilt when I try to be productive and then I'm not as attentive. So I don't feel like I went as deep tonight as I did last night with the like inner child work and like trying to dig really deep and speak from like a really raw space, I guess. But I'm sure I will journal more about my kids and being a mom and stuff like that. So there's definitely more to dig into there. I'm not going to stress about it. I don't feel bad about what I wrote or anything like that. I think I typed tonight because my hand hurt last night after I got done. So I typed like 2 full pages of whatever the formatting is when you first open Microsoft Word. That seemed to go a little bit smoother, I would say. But like I said, I don't feel like I went quite as deep tonight, and that's fine. I didn't even open my notebook to remember all the different topics that I had jotted down before I got started. So I just kind of chose an easy, obvious thing that is probably worth me unpacking a bit, and got started with it. Because I wasn't filming while I was journaling, I just set a 20-minute timer, and I'll be honest and say when I got done, I was like, okay, great, let me share my thoughts. And I, for a split second, forgot all about the meditation component. And I was like, oh gosh, I do not want to do that. I don't know what to do. Last night was so awkward. And so tonight I just went onto YouTube and I found a 10-minute guided meditation for positivity. And I pretty well followed along with that. I got distracted a couple of times, not gonna lie. I know this is like an area where I need to grow my muscles, so to speak. Meditation is not something I've really done much of. And sitting still and just sitting with my thoughts is not something that I'm very good at. And again, that's okay. I don't feel bad about how my meditation time went or anything like that. Yeah, like moving forward, I'll be curious to see if that feels better or if I continue to feel like this 10 minutes of my evening is kind of a drag. I was excited to come journal. But like I said, I was immediately like disappointed at the end that I also had to sit for 10 more minutes and meditate. So that'll be interesting moving forward. I just opened a Word doc on my computer for tonight's journaling, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close that and delete it. So poof, gone. And that's the end of my practice for tonight. I think I'm gonna do at least one more night without reading to get deeper into this and just see how I feel. But I'm starting to get excited too about the end of the book and all the suggestions and things that are still there. Let me look actually. So I just finished chapter 8. So I still have a pretty decent chunk of the book left. There's still 3 more chapters about kind of getting started with JournalSpeak, including the 28-day challenge. I did not look ahead at this at all, so that might be interesting. Maybe we'll start that here in a few days. But then there's this whole third part of the book called unlearn to relearn. And that's 3 more chapters, it looks like. So yeah, I'm really curious to get into the end of the book. But again, I knew that patience was going to be a problem for me with this process. So I am having to kind of sit with things a little bit, and that's okay. I'm saying this to myself, you know, like it's okay to force myself to slow down and just sit with this journaling practice for a few days before I learn more. I think if I just rushed through the book, I might regret it a little bit. Like, it's okay for me to take my time digging into this and getting it, like really reflecting on it as I go, which is what I'm trying to do with this video series, obviously. So anyway, I'll see you back here tomorrow. I am gonna plan to journal just like I did on my computer tomorrow without reading any more of the book. And I might do another YouTube meditation, I'm not sure. I really would like to do a little more just research in general about what that meditation time could look like. And again, maybe she says more about this in the book as I move forward. So we'll just see. I'm sure that will evolve and be different from like day to day. But I think I have decided I'm not going to film myself journaling or meditating anymore because that was really boring yesterday. I might not even include it in yesterday's video, but I did film myself the first time I journaled and the first time I meditated. And I was like a little, just not so much when I was journaling, but when I was meditating for sure, I was really distracted by the fact that I was filming myself. Like really self-conscious that I wasn't doing a good job of meditating. So I just don't think it's worth it, and it's kind of boring to watch, and it's a lot of extra filming for literally nothing. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep doing that unless there comes a moment when it makes sense again for me to try to do that. So anyway, I'll let you go here, and I will see you back tomorrow to journal some more. Bye.